Another payoff pitch. This time directly to Sanderson, who steps on the bag and makes the throw to second. A double play to end the game. And the Belters take game one of the doubleheader against the Lumber Kings. What a comeback for the boys in green, Justin.
Schwalbach steps back in. The payoff pitch from Mose. Hit hard into right field, that drops fair. It's down the line, hits up against the right field wall. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. That is a stand-up double for Mason Schwalbach. And with no outs, the Bees lead 4-0 and still have 2 runners in scoring position. The count 2-1 after the ball high and outside. Here's the deal. Young hits that hard into right. Going back is Gannon, and that's over the fence for a home run. Daniel Young puts one way over the fence into the right field hill, and the Belters double their lead off of his solo shot. Now for the Belters, Tyler Castro. He's gone 4 for 4. Hits in each of his at-bats. An RBI to add on to that as well. See what he can do here. He slices one into left field. Tyler Castro's 5 for 5. James Harris rounds second. He rounds third. James Harris will score. Tyler Castro is held up at second. But Tyler Castro, 5 for 5 on the night. An electric performance. There's his second RBI, and the Belters lead by 7 in the 8th. So the count's now 2-2. Here's the deal. Hit hard into right field and way over the fence by Kalinowski into the concourse. And the Belters take the lead on a 3-run shot. This is a whole different ball game. Going to the bottom part of the order for the Belters this time around. Daniel Young first up, followed by Colin Kalinowski and Carson Waddell. Again, a surprisingly run-deficient game, we'll say. Still just a 1-0 ball game. The Belters in the lead as Ginsberg fires the first pitch to Daniel Young way over Timmy Nugent's head.
And as you were talking about with runs, there were 19 total runs scored last night. And by this part of the game, there was already 16 runs scored. So 1-0's very drastic change.
Daniel Young hits it hard but foul. It had the distance if it was fair. The count 1-1. Nate Ginsberg, still only 56 pitches on the night, but misses like that show me that it might be time for him to go.
And even in the last inning, we saw an arm warming up in that Payne's bullpen. Currently quiet now out there down the left field line.
The count 2-1 after the ball high and outside. Here's the deal. Young hits that hard into right. Going back is Gannon, and that's over the fence for a home run. Daniel Young puts one way over the fence into the right field hill, and the Belters double their lead off of his solo shot.
And you could just see it with that foul ball. That location of out and over the plate Young was sitting on, and the second Ginsberg went back to that pitch, Young didn't miss it that time and took it right over the right field wall.
Ginsberg allows his second earned run of the night, and the Belters double their lead with that. Daniel Young coming up clutch in the bottom of the 5th. Back to the DH now, Colin Kalinowski. Now a 2-0 ball game. He slaps one into right, and that's down in the corner over the wall for a ground rule double. 2 solid hits in a row for the Belters. A 2-0 ball game, no outs, and a runner on second.
And what's also great about that with the CornBelters, you had 2 lefty hitters, and they were taking advantage of that low wall in the right field. So yesterday it's about 315 into right field, and you saw it with the 2 hard liners.
Bit of a strange park the Corn Crib is. Left field is a pretty normal distance. Right field, though, shorter, just 318, as that's popped up by Waddell into shallow left. Chasing after it and calling it off very loudly is CJ Dean, running in over near where the shortstop should be, all the way from center field, making the first out of the inning. But the corn crib, though, right field, measuring just .319, and that wall in right, not any more than about 4 feet tall, so very easy to hit a ground rule double over that wall out there. That brings up the leadoff man, Clay Kahn. Kahn reached on a walk last time around. 1 out. Nate Ginsburg looks back to second with Kalinowski. Fires the pitch high and outside to Kahn. It's a 2-0 ball game. The Belters lead after that Daniel Young solo shot. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. There's the 1-0. The breaking ball finds the strike zone from Ginsburg. Ginsburg now getting into the mid-60s pitch count wise. 1-1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Kahn loops one into right field. Gannon's there, and he will keep Kalinowski very honest on second base by gunning it over to third. So 2 outs and a runner on second. That brings up James Harris for the Belters. You got to see, compared to last night, offensively at least for the Belters this time around, a great improvement, because you're up 2-0. You'll take that. You don't even need to score Kalinowski because you're satisfied with scoring a run in this inning at least.
However, even scoring Kalinowski would be big, knowing how quickly the Chillicothe Paints can turn their offense up.
James Harris reached on an infield single his first time around. The first pitch to him is low and outside for a ball. Harris, when he plays, usually at first base, but tonight, manning the hot corner at third. Ginsburg looks ahead and deals to him. Another breaking ball that drops in the zone for a strike. Ginsburg recording just 1 strikeout in 4 2/3 tonight. 1-1 count on James Harris. Harris lays off the third pitch. It's high for a ball. The count's 2-1. 2 outs in a 2-0 ball game. The Belters lead the Paints here in the bottom of the 5th. Ginsburg looks back and fires the 2-1. Harris knocks it into right center. That's going way back. Slaps against the wall. A run will score. That's Kalinowski. Dean scoops it up. And James Harris gets on base once more. A stand-up RBI double.
Just like that, CornBelters lead is now 3 over the Chillicothe Paints. They saw Harris maybe didn't quite get the sweet spot on it like he would have liked, where it could have carried out of the ballpark. However, scoring Kalinowski is as important as ever. So just being able to get that ball down and for a hit, you'll take it if you're Harris.
Even better news now for Normal as Tyler Castro steps up to the plate. He has singled twice in his 2 at-bats. 2 outs, James Harris, the runner on second, and the first pitch to Castro is high and outside for a ball.
As you said, that's even more important than scoring the run, is keeping this inning alive for Castro. He's been your hottest hitter as of recent, and 2 for 2 today. Now he looks to drive in run number 4.
Harris dancing around big time on second. Castro lays off the second pitch. It's in there for a called strike. The count's even at 1. Castro again 2 for 2 already tonight. 2 outs in a now 3-0 ball game here at the Corn Crib. Here's the 1-1 from Ginsburg. Castro lays off again. It's high and outside for a ball. Nate Ginsburg, remember this is just his 3rd start of this 2023 Prospect League season. Here's the 2-1 from him. Hit hard, and another single from Tyler Castro. This time his first RBI as James Harris will score from second. Tyler Castro is 3 for 3. He has 3 base hits, and that one extends the Belters' lead to 4.
Well, that's 3 different types of hits now from Castro, each being for singles. You got a grounder into left field, you got a liner into right center field, and now you got a chopper that was just hard enough to go through the middle. So Castro getting it done in 3 different ways now.
Before the bottom of the 5th, we hadn't seen offensive production of any kind in this game. No runs since the bottom of the 1st. It's been 4 innings without a run, but now in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs, the Belters score 3.
This is also the trend we've seen from the CornBelters. They got 1 or 2 big innings where they put up multiple runs, but then the rest of the game is just kind of silent. So hopefully the CornBelters learned what they saw yesterday from the Paints about piling on the score and piling on the runs, and are able to score more throughout multiple innings besides just the first and this one here.
Nate Ginsburg may have thought that this would have been a quick inning. He's been pitching pretty well ever since that bottom of the 1st. But now his pitch count is up near 75 as the Paints have another righty warming up in the bullpen. Unsure if it's the same that we saw a few innings ago. 4-0 ball game. The Belters are in the lead after opening it up with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Tyler Castro, the runner on first. Tyler Woltman at the plate. The second pitch to Woltman is another ball. Woltman 0 for 2, but grounded for an RBI in the first inning. The 2-0, grounded over to third by Woltman. Kolnick picks it up, and Figueroa makes the stretch at first for the 3rd out. But Justin, that's not before the Belters score 3, and this is a very different ball game now. Belters up by 4 going into the last 4 innings.
For now, you got good fielding from the CornBelters, highlighted by that Carson Waddell diving pick in that second inning. You got the offensive bats coming alive. You got Young with that big fly in this inning. And even pitching, Downing has been lights out so far against the Paints. So as long as all 3 of those facets are still growing green, then you got a pretty good chance of pulling out a win here.
Chillicothe back at the plate in the top of the 6th, right after this break on Prospect League TV. But now it's Todd Hollinsworth, and his time is underway. No home runs in the first 15 seconds. There's a good hit to center, but just not quite there. Hollinsworth still working up to the rhythm. Now 25 seconds in. Another lefty in the field. He has an advantage there. That one is hit hard, and the crowd loves that from the former Cub. There's number 1 on the board for Todd Hollinsworth. Another line drive chopped towards the foul pole, and in there, fair, another home run. 2 on the board now for the World Series champ. Takes a big swing again. It's hit very high to right center, but it doesn't have the distance. Another line drive, hit hard again. That is zapped to right field. Another home run for Hollinsworth.
Hollinsworth just making it look easy out here right now. Just quick swing and just really trying to play the advantage of the pull side to lefties.
3 home runs all over the right field fence. That could be 4 for Hollinsworth. Not quite. He likes hitting them low just like that. That may have the distance. No, it's up against the wall in right field. That one certainly has the distance, though. Halfway up the hill in right field for number 4. It'll be interesting seeing how Zambrano hits, as he's a pitcher competing in a home run derby. But there's number 5 for Todd Hollinsworth. This time it is hit high, very high, and it drops for number 6. Another one that gets over again. Number 7 for Hollinsworth. He's putting up a great number so far, and he still hasn't taken his timeout. There's his timeout with a minute to go. How about the stamina for 50-year-old Todd Hollinsworth?
I'm here with Tyler Colvin. Tyler, you just won the KCL Legends Home Run Derby. How does it feel? You know, it's pretty exhausting. I'm very excited, but it's kind of hard to be too excited right now when I really just want to go to sleep.
How many times tonight did you think it was over, if there were any?
Oh, I definitely thought it was over when I had, 8 against Sembrano. I'm like, he's going to get it here. And obviously, you know, it's tough to go out there and swing it like that for 3 minutes back to back. And, you know, pretty grateful to get that far and show these young bucks what we still got in us.
And finally, what was it like hitting with all these fans cheering you on, hearing the oohs and the ahs after the home runs?
It was really fun, you know. Like I said a minute ago, you had all the kids on the berm out there, you know, cheering me on and stuff. That was pretty cool. I don't get that at home.